Straight out of work, let's chirp. Can you smell what the flock is cooking? Flock up and flock off. Not you. Stick around because it's about to go down. You know, flock with most energetic entity here in the Eagleverse. Here on the Thursday, here with the Eagle Maniac. On a Thursday, what we got for the flock pops, what we got for the flock docs, what we got for this prescription on this edition. What we dishing, of course, we're going to have some Jalen Hurts. What are you flocking kidding me? Then we're going to get into some Fang Gang, Vic Fangio, Lynn Dickinson, Dallas Goddard, Jordan Davis, Q, of course, and when I say Q, you know I'm talking about Guantanamo Bay, flockers we talking about, some excited mics and a little bit of CJGJ. Oh, snap! But before we get into any of that, let's get the nuts keeping out of the way. Please like and subscribe if you about that fly, Eagles fly. Drop a comment in that box if you're flying with the flock. Even if you're not, do remember join that Maniac thing, know the gang, you hit that bell, you get a ding whenever I'm on this YouTube thing. And while that's the Maniac thing, let's keep the main thing the main thing. Hope this video finds you in good vibes. Fly with five skies. If you're not there, I hope this helps you get there because we're about to go there. Oh, yeah. Shit off in the back. You know it's a Thursday. I'm feeling flavor crazy. What are you talking about? Jerseys is back. Am I out of my flocking mind? Yes, I am. But before we get into Jalen Hurts, man, we're going. Of course, this is training camp day 2, and I'm just hyped. Not to mention with a whole lot of things that went on yesterday and more things going on today, man. And then we got the presses going on and all that. But I'll be remiss to not speak on. Dude, it was like it just crossed my mind because once again, no new games. So I haven't watched this Green Bay Eagles game from the playoffs too much as I've watched other games. Plus, this is the latest one that I've recorded. So we got this running back. And I'm seeing how the stadium came into the screen. And you see the banners. What was our marching cry last season going into the playoffs? It was Let's Hunt. And it's just wild to me that we actually have a man on this team who goes by the name of Jalen Hunt. And it's like, is this something that the Eagles are seeing that they saw? Is it just the case that's what we were going for? We were hunting, and let's get it. And, you know, this year with the hunting and blah, blah, blah and all that, even though it's a different team and they don't want to speak on that. But us fans, we can still talk about it how we want to talk about it because I'm still up in this championship sketch. You picking up what I'm laying down? Is you flocking stupid? Oh, yeah, I'm fine with this. OD 24/7 365. I can't stop because at least in my mind we're defending fans. But I mean, you know, they ain't defending nothing. Like Jordan Mailata said yesterday, they ain't defending yet. You know, because they ain't done at least this rendition of the Philadelphia Eagles. But they still got dogs on this team that did that damn thing and know how to do the damn thing. Look at Bryce Huff, man. That's hilarious. Well, wish him the best, right? It's just not against us. So you got that going. But yeah, the Hunt thing. Angelic Hunt is out here just causing chaos, cacophony, and craziness all over the field. You hear Jordan Mailata saying like, dogs, we just got rid of Josh Sweat. Not got rid of Josh Sweat, but Josh Sweat is out of here. No more, might have some easy work on the line going against whatever new defensive lineman you got coming up against me. And he said this guy, Jalen Sutton, is out here moving like Micah Parsons. That may be a little bit of hyperbole for effect, but, I mean, if he even... I mean, you know what? I don't give that dude too much credit anyway. Even though he may be coming Eagles. You see what's going on down there in Dallas? Dallas! I love it, regardless of what. But Jalen Sutton is going to lead us into what we're going to talk about today, at least what the first thing we're going to talk about today as far as the press conferences went, media availability before training camp day 2, right? So Fang Gang, Vic Fangio, Fang Gang Bang Bang was out there talking on them things, and like he just had people going crazy because Jordan Mailata spoke to Jalen Sutton being this, and they said that it was Andrew McCooper that AJ was talking about, and I thought he was talking about Cooper, All Pro Coop, but he said it was McCooper, whatever the case may be, I don't know. Things get a little jumbled in the presses. You can't really hear what these guys are saying. They're not mic'd up. It's a wild place to be, I imagine. I would love to be in that room. What are you kidding me? But regardless of what, you got these guys going crazy, and they're asking Vic Fangio all kinds of questions, and they're telling what they said yesterday about Jalen Sutton and Andrew McCooper, and he's like, did you guys belly laugh? Like, well, did you laugh? Did you belly laugh? And like, he just got people dying, cracking up, going crazy in the room because, I mean, he just knows how to control the room. Something that I feel like we haven't seen as Eagles fans too much coming from the coaching staff, going from the likes of Andy Reid to Peterson and Chip Kelly in between, and and Sirianni, he's going to give it to you, but he's going to keep a lot of things close to the nest, close to the vest, because that's just the way, his philosophy is when going into these presses, somehow competitive advantage and all that. Speaking of the competitive advantage and all that, after the Vic Fangio, they had a few other guys on that I wanted to listen to, but got cut off because for whatever reason, they cut things off, and then it's private, and then you can't see it because our Eagles are crazy. You know what? If it's just a little bit that I can't see of these guys talking, flock it, I don't mind. Let them do what they do with that. If it leads to this team winning, I don't give a damn. But Vic Fangio Fangio needs to take this show on the road because he's got us over here cracking up. I love hearing him talk football, and then even more so not talk football, but he's just like, you know what I'm saying? What are you talking about? I just feel like he keeps it so real. Regardless of what, Philadelphia, real Philadelphia Eagle over there. I'm flocking with Vic Fangio, 24/7, 360 fly. You already know. Then Landon Dickinson pulled up. He's talking about pulling parachutes and all kinds of things, going crazy, doing his spin move, and pulling second parachutes. Because, you know, everyone's talking about that play where, you know what I'm saying, he was blocking one guy, then he spent over and blocked another guy, and it was really out of desperation in his plan B. He had a bad knee, didn't like really leaning on that knee too much, so spent around to block that guy like this as opposed to shifting off of that leg and blocking the guy that way. Regardless of what, it made for a hell of a play, made for a hell of a sight on the video, whatever the case, however which way you were watching it. Landon Dickinson is one of them ones, and I'm hearing people saying, like, you know, he could get even better, and I think the dude is a beast already. But when you think about it, what? He's coming on his fourth year, too. He got drafted the same year as Jalen Hurts, was it? Or the year before, the year after? Regardless of what, still a young dude, just scratching his surface, and he's definitely coming on as one of the leaders on this team, man. Just the way he controls the room. He comes out there like, yo, what's up? What's good? What's going on? Doing the damn thing. Landon Dickinson is definitely a dog that I can't wait to see more of coming through the season. Hope he stays healthy. And sidebar, speaking of healthy, you saw what happened with the Jets. I mean, it's wild what goes on over there. Spoke to Braun Law Maniac, like, dude, like, what's going on? Like, they come to a point where they just, like, kind of expect, oh, yeah, what happened? Yeah, you know, that's cool. It's like they're built on some type of Native American burial ground or something, dogs. I don't know what's going on. And because I kind of like the Jets, man. I mean, you know, I'm mad that I had to be there for the first time, them ever beating us. That was trash. However, it's like I kind of like them. And the Giants could stay there and bury themselves and whatever the hell they want to do with it. Not literally, you know what I'm saying? But it's just that field. And then the practice field is causing turf toe and all that. So, yeah, I say all that to say Justin Fields got turf toe or something, dislocated toe. Hopefully he gets back soon. But when I heard it earlier, I was about to head up Braun Law Maniac. I was like, nah, don't do that. That's crazy. Might be having a good day. You don't want to ruin the man's day. You know what I'm saying? Let him shine. Let him ride. But as soon as I saw that, it could be a short-term injury, dislocated toe. However, you have Rich Eisen, who's also a Jets fan, speaking to the fact that it wasn't a knee, it wasn't a hip, it wasn't any of that ended Deion Sanders' career. It was actually a toe that hindered him so much that he had to end up eventually cutting it off. If the story of what Rich Eisen is saying is true, it's crazy. I don't know if he cut it off then, because I know he just had to cut off until now. We're getting too deep in the weeds, man. It's too far on other teams. But regardless of what, we're sticking over here with the Birds, and Landon Dickinson is definitely one of them dogs. He was up there for media availability. Dallas Goddard was asked about what does he feel like? How is it that this offense just clicks? How are they so good at doing what they do when they do it? So, yeah, this had to be after practice. I think Vic was before practice, and these guys were after. But Dallas Goddard basically said, you know, when you talk about me, Smitty, AJ, dudes on the offensive line, Lane Johnson, guys of that ilk, and Jalen Hurts, like, we've been doing this for a long time together. It's a lot of camaraderie. Thing that got me a little mad is though everyone asking questions about the future and what, you know what I'm saying, after this year and da-da-da. Like, yo, shut the fuck up. One of us, get off the dumb shit and let my boy live. Let him fly. Let him ride out this year, however he feels to do it, man. But stop bringing up other stuff, man. One step at a time and be where your feet are, which is definitely preached by the whole team, the coaching staff. It's down to Jalen Hurts and everyone else in between. Like, this is where we're at. Stay where your feet are. Don't worry about all the other things. All the other things will take care of themselves when you go out there and you ball out, man. I mean, you know, it kind of makes me sad to even think about it too, which is the real reason why I don't want to hear it. Like, thinking of Dallas Goddard being gone is just wild. I mean, we wish we could keep these teams together forever. I'm thinking about actually making my fantasy league a dynasty league and, you know, keeping these teams together. I don't know what y'all think about it. Anyone ever done that? Leave it down in the comments. I don't know. Regardless of what, Dallas Goddard's out there talking, doing his thing, and it sounds like the offense is doing their thing too. And that's why they you know, and that's why they flowing, you know what I'm saying? Then Jordan Davis, he steps up, man. He's talking about, yo, you want me to take the shirt off? You know what I'm saying? So y'all can see it. This guy's a madman. Regardless of what, man, Jordan Davis said he came in at 330, dog. He lost about 26 pounds, July 26th. Happy birthday, Eagle Maniac. Yeah, it's crazy. You see the things, you see how these things correspond and how they correlate, man. It all comes back to the Maniac type of mind state. I don't know. I mean, it's definitely that. It's definitely that. 26 pounds. Because he knew it was my birthday. That's my boy Jordan Davis, man. I'm the one called him Bear Jordan. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy. Regardless of what, man. Hope he comes out. The thing that I think about when I think of Jordan Davis losing that weight is, can he still perform at the same capacity, still stuffing that run the same way he did before? But when you think about it, like, who, what the flock am I talking about? This is still a 330-pound, 6'7" man, I believe. Like, yeah, just a giant of a human being. So I think this could make him more agile, help him get after the quarterback quicker. Not to mention, he said it's better for his life. Which, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, this is what we wish for all of our players. Rest in peace, Ron Brown. I don't know what that came to mind. And Theo, man. Theo Huxtable, man. Rest in peace, Theo Huxtable. You know he was an Eagles fan, man? This is nuts. I don't know. That hit me crazy. Regardless of what, man. One of the good things. I don't know why I'm wilding out like that. Just came to mind, right? Jordan Davis saying that, he's doing this for the team, doing it for himself, but most importantly for life. So just much props to him and to getting himself to where he wants to be and thinking, at least in my opinion, I don't really know how mature the young man was prior to this or afterwards what it's going to play out to be. But it just seems to be a level of maturity that he's stepping into this season with. And he said, not number one, but another one of the reasons why he wants to be at this weight, being more, so not so much agile, having more time, being able to play long on the field. There's one for that, I can't quite grab it right now, but you know what I'm talking about. Not agility, that other A word. However, not ass, what are you talking about? But him being able to be on the field more. So I know just exactly what I said. I would love for that. That's what I said yesterday. I would love for that to be the case going forward. Big up to Jordan Davis and him getting better, playing faster, stronger, longer, whatever you want to do. And then Q, of course, he was up there just saying Q things. He's straight to the point, asking what you think about this, what you're going to do about that. I'm super hyped at the fact that he may be allowed to travel this season. Vic Fangio was talking to his presser as to the fact of him putting playing him on both sides of the field. And it's like he spoke to the fact that he's done it, times before in the past, where he's done it for a whole season, then there's been seasons where they haven't done it at all. And then you have to take into account whether other players around him able to do it. First of all, is he able to do it? Then other player is the team around him able to do it? So there's a lot of things at play. Like, we've spoken on this time and time again over the years. Like, say someone gets the I word, right? Gets injured. And you want to move this guy over there, but then if you move this guy over there, then another guy's going to have to fill. Then you have two guys out of position, basically. Like last year, I believe, when did Lane Johnson go down for a quick second? I don't think so. But regardless of what, even if he did, they're talking about putting Becton over there at right guard and then moving someone else, at right tackle, then moving someone else in at right guard. So then you're moving two things around, too many moving pieces, which is why you normally don't want to go with that. But I believe with the coaching that we have, the intelligence level of these players that we have now, I would hope that it would be an easy task. I know none of this is easy. Definitely not. I couldn't imagine doing some of the things these guys doing. If you look at that interception, sidebar, to the G's interception in the Super Bowl, and you're looking from his angle and how fast that ball was coming, it's crazy to think how these guys have the instincts, the wherewithal to go over and make the play on the ball, not to just make a play on the ball that's not being thrown to you, but then to also intercept it and then run back the other way. It's just crazy to me, the things that some of these guys do. But I think we have like supreme talent, not just to mention supreme talent, but also supreme intelligence with the players that we have on this team. So if we're gonna do it, I'm all here for it. That means that I'm not gonna lie, I'm stealing this from what's his name, Jake Mott, with the Philly talk, whatever the case may be. I'm mixing all kinds of things up. However, this is just a way that these guys can't hide. Like the McLaurins of the league, the CeeDee Lambs of the league, they can't hide from Quinyanamo Bay anymore. CeeDee Lamb over here talking about he doesn't talk much, doesn't talk about himself, but I am the greatest. Not some of the greatest, but I'm a top-notch wide receiver. Of course, I'm paraphrasing. These guys, man, wide receivers are just nuts to me. You gotta love them. But speaking, not that CD, that our former CD, it's wild to me. I didn't know. I was thinking along, like, the things that CD says, things that, he said before in the past. But then you think about it just par for the course. Of course, he's gonna show up to the ring ceremony. Like, this dude's going, he's just got that dog in him, man. You can't let it out. If you let him out, he might go and bite somebody, right? So it's just dope that he was there. I saw that on the Exciting Mics. They spoke to the fact that, they were able to reunite, not so much reunite, but, hang out with the Slays and the CD Lambs and, the guys from the DB room. My boy Mathematics showed up, so it was cool that Reed Blankenship asked that of Cooper DeJean, and Cooper DeJean was like, he was linking up with, the dudes from the DB room. I'm like, where was you at then, Reed? Reed was probably chilling with his wife. Cool couple, man. I really flocked to them. Exciting Mics, they killed it today once again. Love the show. Can't stop watching. Whenever it's on, I gotta click in. Those are the new ones. Oh yeah, and then real quick, man, you know, you hear me say it all the time before I get out the show, man. It's sort of paying homage to the now late great Hulk Hogan. I know he has some of his in his past, but you know, this day the man died. I don't want to put too much dirt on his grave, too crazy. Like, you feel me? So just that's just trash. R.I.P. to Hulk Hogan. But you know, with that, we're gonna get into some Hulk Hogan stuff as a tribute to the man. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do when Eaglemania swoops down and runs the brotherly shove on you? You know how we do around the time, about the time, at this time. To the next time, make it the best time in the meantime, between time, keep it a green time, and shout it one time before we get the flock up out of here. Eagles. Eagles. Do better. If you knew better, you do better. Let's get better for the next day, y'all. We got another day of training camp coming up. And we ain't even talking about training camp. What the fuck is we doing? Jalen Hurts. And we ain't even talking about Jalen Hurts. What am I doing? Yo, hold on, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? Let's get back into it. So yeah, Jalen Hurts is out here throwing darts, throwing dimes, throwing seeds all over the place, man. I believe he went 14 to 16 today, or 17 to 19, something crazy after having damn near a perfect day yesterday. So this man is just out here just delivering, not doing that stuff that your boy Dak is doing down there in Dallas, throwing interceptions in camp already. If you knew, you're going to do what you practice, man. Perfect preparation prevents piss poor performance. And that's all they do. They perform piss in practice, and they perform piss on the field. Trash-ass Dallas. I can't wait to crush them in week 1. And not to mention, man, like I said, this is a Thursday Hurts Day, so we're going to take a little bit of a deeper dive real quick before we get out this. Yeah, you got Jalen Hurts. I mean, I kind of understood when hearing it from other people what Cam Newton was trying to say. You know, it's hard for him to make a proper assessment of Jalen Hurts due to the fact that he has so much greatness surrounded by him, or that he's surrounded by, right? And I can kind of get that, you know what I mean? And furthermore, it's just his opinion. It wasn't too much hate. You know, don't shoot the messenger, shoot the message or whatever. He's saying all kinds of things and putting up all kinds of disclaimers like, I can talk trash, but how could guys, come on, don't talk trash about me. But then I had to take a second look. He wasn't so much talking trash about Jalen Hurts. He was just saying what he couldn't see. Where is Mega Maniac? What are we doing? Oh, no, he's OCD's kicking in. And you see a little bit of Mega Maniac. So yeah, we got the. He's saying that he can't make the assessment. It's just wild to me because someone else pointed out the fact that if you're going to use that premise, you have to use that premise for everyone. And it's like other quarterbacks have had greatness around them, but you don't hold them at fault for having that. And when the most is asked of him, he performs at the most high. So, I mean, what are we really judging him on? He was one of the ones that said initially, like I said yesterday, initially after the Super Bowl that, you know, oh, you have to put Jalen Hurts in this elite category now. And maybe, you know, he's got new information and he's going to rearrange his position. Understood, cool. You get new information. You don't just stay a stick in the mud, you know, move around, move things. It's the logical thing to do when you're presented with new information. But I mean, then I have to go back to what I heard our boy, not Jeremiah Trotter, Hugh Douglas say on the show today. Like, you know, it's just wild to him, and also to me. After hearing him say this, I'm just gonna reiterate what he said. You know, you see a guy come in, and you know he's like, guys that have played with us. You've played with us. You're our contemporaries. You know how hard this position of quarterback is, and then how hard it is to play against other players in this league. Like, it's just wild to hear people just with this cognitive dissonance, if you will, this supreme utter disdain of something that they've done, and just to throw out barbs and criticisms and critiques without taking into account what this man has done. I know I'm getting deep. I'm way too verbose. I'm saying all kinds of craziness. Basically, all I'm saying is like, dude, like, I just don't. But then again, I do get it, because then you think about it. Where do these people get the most clicks? Just like when it comes to the Knicks. Knicks for clicks. You're going to talk, you're going to down the Knicks, you're going to get clicks. Knicks fans are going to go crazy. They're going to come through, they're going to talk crazy. Same with the Eagles fans. You're going to talk crazy about us. We're going to come out, we're going to click it, we're going to watch it, and then you're getting your clicks up, and it's just hating on the birds for turds. I don't know what the flock you're doing, because I don't give a, I'm trying not to. But it's just, you know, when it's Sims or Nick Writers, you know, guys of that ilk, you know, I can just fly above it. I've seen the game, I see what they're doing. I usually don't even say their names anymore on this channel, right? However, you know, just for this guy like Cam Newton, it's wild to me, being that it seemed like he was in our guy's corner, but I get it now, and it is what it is, and he may have to go into bird garbage bin of dudes that I just can't speak on anymore because you see what he's doing. He's trying to play us for fools. Like, come on, you know, proof is in the pudding. You see what the guy does when it's time to do what it's time when he does what it's time to do what it's time to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just got my feathers flustered right now. I'm a little bit upset, but not really. You know what I mean? Because I know we fly high above it, 24/7, 360 fly. We fly, flock all y'all. It's two birds up. It's not supposed to do that, but you know what's up, man. I can't help it. Sometimes, you know what? You gotta give it up to who's trying to gonna get it. Dig what I'm saying? But enough of that, man. Till the next time, make your best time. In the meantime, keep it. Meantime, between time, keep it a green time. Flock up. Let's flock.